Okay, so we're gonna go into a pick'em drill, okay? But before we do that, I wanna discuss a little bit about basic infield technique, okay? We're not gonna get too in depth, but I just wanna show you a few things that will lead to success on the defensive side, okay? So first thing we wanna do is we wanna create a 3-point triangle, okay? All triangles obviously have 3 points, but we gotta create that with both of our feet and our glove hand, okay? So go ahead and reach out to a ball that you're gonna field there, all right? Notice, he's got his wrist out. His button of his cap is down, okay? It's not up, all right? His back is flat. He's got a good parallel with his thigh in the ground. He's staying low to the ground. And notice, most importantly, how his wrists are coming out to meet the baseball. Notice, guys, go ahead and stand up. If he lets a ball get here, okay, go ahead and try to field that. Notice how he's no longer in a triangle position, okay? He's now become a straight line. Go ahead and get back out to the triangle here. Notice here, look how much more room for error this is. If a ball hops up, takes a bad hop on him, where's it gonna hit him? In the chest or in the thigh area? If he gets back here, okay, if he misses that baseball, there's no room for error. That ball is between his legs. It's now into the outfield, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a pick'em drill, okay? Which basically, all it does is get a feeling of making sure that our wrist is always moving toward the baseball, not away from the baseball. Okay, notice, if my wrist moves toward the baseball, I'm establishing that triangle that we just spoke about. If my wrist comes back in under my legs, that creates that line that we do not want. We want to create that triangle at all times, okay? So first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna stand and partner up with him, be about 5 to 10 steps back so that we can create a good, strong dart-like throw to create a short hop. Once again, his focus is gonna be to create the wrist movement going toward the baseball. We're not so much looking for securing the baseball here, although it is a good thing to go ahead and catch the baseball, all right? We wanna just see the ball going forward, okay? We wanna make sure that he doesn't get back into his body away from the baseball, making sure the wrist goes toward the baseball like I mentioned. So he's gonna go ahead and get in his stance. He's gonna get with both hands out, ready position, okay? And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw him a nice short hop to where he can move his glove toward the baseball. Once again, he'll come right back at it. He'll get his wrist right back out there. I'll throw him a short hop. Once again, we want him to secure the baseball, but at the same point, all we're trying to do is get the feeling of making sure that wrist moves toward the ball, not back into his body. Okay, a few more, and we can signify some of the things that he does wrong. Notice here, he'll do it wrong and bring his body and bring his wrist back toward his body, which creates a tough ball to field if he brings it in here, okay? Once again, there's not a whole lot of room for error. If I throw it low and he lets it go deep, it's gonna be bobbled. It's tough for him to catch. But again, if I get it out in front, his wrist moves toward the baseball, he's got a much greater chance of successful catch, okay? We can also move, now we can go backhand and forehand. Some coaches like to have the hand behind the back, where now we're just moving with our left, but for this drill, we'll make sure both hands are out, and all he's gonna do is work a backhand and work a forehand, and we can go in sequential options. So here we go, backhand. There's a backhand. Now we can go forehand with it. Same thing. All he's trying to do is make sure that his wrist moves toward the baseball. You don't have to tell him which side it's coming to. He can just work towards it. Making sure that his wrist moves again toward the baseball, not back into his body, okay? Another great thing that we can do as coaches in this situation is pair them off to where now, as a coach, I'm just walking around and instructing, showing things that maybe can lead to a better success rate with defensive fielding. But now that they're paired off, it becomes a two-way drill instead of a coach being tied up with one player. We can pair players off where now all we're doing is we're working together on it. And a coach can walk around and instruct to where now there's more players doing the drill per one coach.